Calling all baseheads. Calling all baseheads. I repeat, this is ItsTheLog. You are going to want to see this.
Hey guys, it's the log here, and I am going to take a minute today to show you my builds, the Trailblazer SS and the Hyundai ELogtra. So to start off with the Trailblazer SS, it is kind of messed up right now as we speak. Casper, what's up? I do need to pull the engine out of this and give it a rebuild. It did have some metal in the oil, so I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with it, but we should find out soon enough. After Slamology, I plan on pulling it out. But this is just a basically stock Trailblazer SS. Has some mild upgrades, a nice transmission, and it was walled at one point in time back here behind the C-pillar. And I do plan on putting a steel cage back here. You do see I do have some of the steel cage started, but I will be putting a steel cage whole build for the Trailblazer SS because I do have the ELogtra now, and it's going to go ahead and stay a trunk build. So this one's going to go ahead and get the full wall treatment, and it should be pretty loud. And for up here in the Trailblazer SS, we do have a MechMan Elite 250 in here. It does a little bit over 200 amps at idle, which is pretty awesome. And right now I don't have a crazy battery in it, but it does have that 6.0 LS2. But it's a 2006, has the LS2 in it, and I am on Team Bass Outlaws, Illinois, as you can see, and Disturbing the Peace audio. And on to the ELogtra, my latest build here. This is a 2002 Hyundai ELogtra, and I have two Timpano TPT T3500 in a 4th order that I had built on a JP63 right there. And we do have a Coventry Audio 45 amp hour cmax and a Sundown SAE 50.4 on the mids. I do have this all wrapped in fur because, you know, fur hides the blemishes. And on to the front stage, what we have here are some D4S USCMR 6.5. I did poke a hole in this one, but my buddy is actually giving me a couple of Def Bonce Arnolds to go with the Def Bonce tweeters that I have behind here. And they actually sound pretty good on that SAE 50.4. For my head unit, I do have a KENWOOD DMX 9707S, as you can see here. It's a pretty nice head unit. This will go back in the Trailblazer when it's up and ready, and then I'll end up putting something else in here. But for now, I have a NEP knob for my bass, and I have a custom Mike J knob for my mids and highs. And this is the front of the box here. As you can see, I do have it completely sealed off, or at least for the most part. You could still kind of hear a little bit of air, but it's most of the way done. But this was tuned a lot lower. It goes back there pretty far. But I ended up cutting it a little bit shorter. I personally wish I wouldn't have, because it gave it a little bit different of a sound. I'm definitely a lot louder than I was. I still peak at 33 hertz. But before I was peaking a lot lower than that. But it sounded amazing, and it was pretty loud. With this build, I still have yet to do the roof. I'm gonna go ahead and do the wood roof here soon. That should make everything a little bit better. And if you are watching this, you do get the inside scoop on what my meter score is. So far, I hit 149 decibels at 33 hertz in the kick, and that was at 2 ohms. I am gonna rip everything back out so I can wire down to 0.5, get a little bit more power without clipping to those subs. And for the mids and highs amp, this is not the permanent spot for it. I am gonna end up moving the JP amp to the side and putting maybe another JP amp over here. The JP34AB is actually the same length, and they should fit. But for now, this will definitely work. And the driver's door is probably a little bit better, but it works. And for the ELogtra, I have an Autotech 320 underneath the hood here, a couple dedicated ground runs, and a Coventry audio voltage knob to bring me up to 15.7 volts. And this thing's got the mean 2 point whatever. I'm thinking I might end up wide bodying this thing because it's got rust on the other side too right there. And here's a view from this side. And I'm gonna go ahead and display a couple of promo codes for you across the screen while you listen to how the mids sound. And do a distance test real quick. We got it charging 15.5. Got our D4S mids. I'm gonna pop open these doors, turn it up, and see how far we can go with it sounding good. Just in love. Type of girl. She's just that 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 type of girl. I appreciate you guys watching. If you want a demo of the ELogtra, make sure you hit up Slamology 2023 in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's going to be a great time. It's only $15 for 2 days. There's camping across the street. I'll be there with the ELogtra giving demos, and I know there's going to be a lot of crazy builds out there, so you're not going to want to miss it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.